veces llega la lluvia para sanar las heridas, a veces solo una gota puede vencer la sequía. ¿Y para qué llorar? ¿Para qué? Si duele una pena se olvida. ¿Y para qué sufrir? ¿Para qué? Si así es la vida, hay que vivirla. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida. Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida. How are y'all doing today? Good? Alright. Let's live it up, okay? Yeah? Woo! Come on guys, let me hear ya! Vivir el momento para entender el destino. Voy a escuchar el silencio para entender el destino. ¿Y para qué llorar? ¿Para qué duele una pena? Se olvida. ¿Y para qué sufrir? ¿Para qué? Si así es la vida, hay que vivirla. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida. Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida. Woo! Alright guys, come on. Woo! Come on, let me hear y'all dance, ISD. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, que llorar, para que sufrir, empieza a soñar, a reír. Siente y baila y goza, que la vida es una sola. Vive, sigue, siempre para adelante, no mires para atrás. Woo! How's it looking from up there? Does it look good? Gonna have a great year, right? Woo! Voy a bailar, vivir mi vida, Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida,
I'm the Dallas Fire Chief.
I'm a founding lead executive of Jamberry Nails.
I'm a business proposal consultant.
I am the executive director of the Pueda Network that helps build scholars in our underprivileged communities.
I am a youth advocate.
I lead the communication efforts for a nonprofit organization that serves older adults.
I'm a speech-language pathologist.
I started a fitness boot camp.
I founded Versa Printing.
I'm a Microsoft Business Solutions executive.
I'm State Senator Royce West.
I'm a judge in Dallas County.
So if you're sitting here today,
if you are sitting here today,
you've driven global marketing strategies.
You saved people's lives.
You've helped companies increase their revenue by billions of dollars.
You've given kids in Dallas a second chance.
You have helped children with communication disorders.
You've helped support Dallas minority business.
You have given troubled youth an opportunity to be rehabilitated.
You've helped women across the country gain financial independence.
You've helped tell the community about the needs of older adults.
You instilled upon me the excitement of being involved in government.
You whip people into shape.
You have given students from the hood like me the privilege to dream.
You left your mark.
You
You left your mark on me.
You left your mark on me, and I thank you.
She is an Emmy Award-winning news anchor, reporter, actress, and writer-director of the documentary Barack Obama, The Man and His Journey, and most importantly, the mother of a senior at Booker T. Washington. Please welcome your host and MC, Maria Arita.
Is my mic on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh my God! This is amazing. Bienvenidos, muchísimas gracias por invitarme to be your MC for Dallas ISD's 2015 Convocation. Is this how we do it? Oh my God! So we have got, Mavs maniacs and mascots and cheerleaders from yesterday and today and tomorrow. Teachers up there dancing. Oh, we're gonna get on the good foot today, for sure. Just to tell you, I am a Dallas ISD mom, and I am so proud to have, I'm fighting back the tears, don't get me started, okay? Because I have a 17-year-old who attends Booker T. Washington, and yes. And so this is my last year to have this experience, and I don't want to say too much about it because I'm going to lose myself. I've had it together the entire year. But so I thought, I'm going to wear a black jacket, and I'm just going to be, nice, and, that's what I do. I have black all over my closet. But then I looked, and I couldn't find any, so I wore blue, and I thought, that's going to be too colorful. I don't think so. And the reason I don't have my jacket, she went shopping in my closet. So thank you anyway. I tengo mucho orgullo por ser, that you invited me today. We've got so many. I've been in this country since I was 3 years old, and that is a very long time. So Spanish is a little difficult for me, but practice every day. It's so important. Listen, sometimes we're going to slow it down just a tiny bit here just to talk about what this is all about. And it's these educators in the room here that really make everything happen. Sometimes people wonder what exactly it was that created society, right? That really binds our world together, makes it exist in the form that we all know it to be. And hopefully most of the time, the love that we feel. Was it the adoption of agriculture? Was it the monetary system? Could be. The rule of law. Of course, all these things did help define society as we know it. But what actually makes society all come together? It all comes down, we believe, to one simple thing, and that's education. Education. That's right, so that we know, that's the glue that keeps it all together. At one point, we've all probably heard the quote, or many of us have, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Well, that's a modernized English translation of words by Isaac Newton from a letter that he penned in 1676, and it's also on the British 2-pound coin, also attributed to Newton. Stephen Hawking used it in a book, On the Shoulders of Giants, and it's been on the X-Files. It was used in an episode there, so in television, and Standing on the Shoulders of Giants was even the name of the band Oasis's 4th album. Pretty cool, right? But the most famous reference is, of course, this one.
I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it.
Wow, that's a good one. And those dinosaurs are still getting out of the park, by the way. Some folks never learn, right? Anyway, back to business, because the original quote goes back, even further. I mean, before Oasis, before the X-Files, before any of that stuff. It goes back to antiquity, before Newton, actually. The quote is attributed to Bernard of Chartres. I hope I said that right. But my French-speaking daughter would have told me. Our friend Bernard was a 12th century French neoclassical philosopher. He was a scholar, a school administrator. He was an educator. He was a teacher. He said, we, the moderns, are like dwarves perched on the shoulders of giants, the ancients, and thus we are able to see more and farther than the latter. Those people of smaller stature, perched on the shoulders of giants are our kids. They're your students, the students. And the giants are our collective knowledge. But if no one is there to pass down that collective knowledge to our students and help those smaller in stature climb up, we forget the collective knowledge, right? We forget the giants. We forget all the knowledge that we've amassed. It all grinds to a halt. It stagnates. Not good. No worries, though, because you are all there, all of you sitting here. You're passing down that knowledge. That's what teachers do. We're there to help these students see farther, see themselves, understand the world around them. Everyone who ever invented anything, wrote anything, achieved anything great at all, they all had one solitary thing in common. They all had a teacher, some kind of teacher, whether you're in a third world country or in the United States. A teacher lifts her students up. They lift each other up, lifts the students up so they can see. Teachers leave their mark on people. This is where it starts. It started with me that way. I remember being an immigrant, not being able, looking at the chalkboard at 8 years old. Yes, that was my first language, despite how I botched it earlier. Not understanding what the teacher was writing on the board. And with all the students in the class, and all that she had to do, she figured out that I wasn't just squinting, I was crying. Because I didn't understand what she was saying. And I failed. I almost failed to make it to the 3rd grade. And then I had another teacher that lifted me up again until finally I went to college. Graduated the top of my class at SMU. Yet again, because of a teacher there. So everyone in this room, every educator, every person who helps create the environment of education, all of you, you're busy creating what we call society. So when you're managing the office or you're back there, cleaning the halls, all that you do, or serving lunch, grading papers, all that, and it's late, you get that little bad angel on the shoulder, quit, quit, quit. You feel like quitting? Don't ever quit. You're the cornerstone. No pressure, though. There are different ways that you leave your mark in our classroom, at central office, in operations, sometimes.
I've lost my little clip.
Is the man who put funk in Uptown Funk. I don't know if I think.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody!
Can you hear me?
Can we hear her?
Can you hear me?
No.
Uh-oh.
We'll get it fixed.
Well, that means I'm just going to have to yell.
Okay.
It's all about Scott anyway.
No. It's all about you.
Wow. This is amazing. So, Scott, how did you do this? I mean, 13, how many hits?
I think we had over 30 million on Facebook and over 13 on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Amazing.
This is amazing. So how does it feel to get 6,000 more?
This is the best. This is my favorite right here. So you guys rock!
Oh, this is amazing. So how did this all come about? Tell us all about it.
I work at an awesome school. I work at A. Maceo Smith New Tech High School.
Woo!
And we are a project-based school. So, after Christmas, I kept thinking to myself, I want to get our kids excited and do a really fun project. And I wanted to get excited too. Sometimes, as we all know as teachers, when we get back from that Christmas break, we're a little tired, a little worn out. And so I wanted to do something to motivate them, and I wanted to do something to motivate myself. So I did something that I've never done before, and that was a dance project. And
you sure did.
Yeah. And I just asked them to trust me. I said, I really don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to learn with you, because I think as educators, we're always learning, hopefully. And so I just said to them, if you will trust me, we will go on this journey together. And they trusted me, because I have great students.
I mean, it is well choreographed, though. I mean, you are, like I said, the good foot. Yeah, you're amazing. So who choreographed it? How'd you do this?
Yeah, all credit goes to my students, my kids. For each class, I gave them the opportunity to come up with 16 counts of 8. And so they had to work together as a group and listen to the music, and they had to come up with those dance steps themselves, and then we just combined them all together.
What? So this this went viral. This was huge. Yes. I mean, it's just amazing to me what you did. So were you surprised at the outcome? What was your initial feeling about it?
Yeah, I told my kids, I said, listen, I'm going to post this on Facebook. I know that at least 1,000 people will see this because I have 1,000 friends. So that will be great. So we were all excited about 1,000 people. That's where we thought maybe, with their parents and with their friends. And I posted it on a Sunday. And by the time I had gotten to school on that Monday, over 1 million people had seen it. And
oh my God!
I mean, just the energy.
What did you think in that moment?
I thought, oh yeah! I thought, this is awesome. And I was so good for my kids, because it showed them that they can make a difference in this world. I mean, it went global. Yeah. We had people in China and Australia contacting us. We were doing Skype videos.
Doing the panky.
It was so great to show them that they can get out of their little bubble, and they can make a difference in this whole world, and it doesn't matter what age.
And it excited the kids, right?
Yeah, it did.
You guys love it or what?
There you go. Thank you.
You got some moves, Scott Pankey.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
So when you look at the awesome success of it, Hollywood isn't like on your doorstep, are they? And we're not going to lose you.
No, I'm here. I love.
I'm just making sure. So how are you going to top this? I mean, so that would seem to me to be the hardest part of it.
That's a great question, and I've really been thinking about that. All of us in this room, we go into our classroom every day and we give 110%. And just because something went viral doesn't mean that anything, and if anything doesn't go viral, it doesn't mean that it's any less. Because we all give all that we have. And nobody may ever see it except for maybe that one student or those couple of students. And so that's what's important. So, whatever I do this year, I know that I'll give it 110%. And if it doesn't go anywhere, that's okay. Hopefully I've made a difference in my kids' lives.
Well, we thank you. Yes. Oh, yeah. This, as you said, the fact that it went viral means you've touched many, many more lives than you thought. So you've really left your mark, and we thank you so much for you,
Thank you.
Scott.
Thank you.
So appreciate it.
Thanks.
Okay. So thank you for joining us today.
You
have done an amazing job. We're going to look at some Twitter things, some post screenshots from Bruno Mars. And, good luck on the school, on the next school year to all of you teachers who want to do something, out of the box a little bit. We so welcome it. So we're going to watch a little video right now to keep things moving on.
These kids need commitment every day. You really have to have a passion for the profession. You really have to want to teach. You have to come in every day and you have to want to be here because it is the toughest job. But really, the passion has to be within you.
I come to work and I'm fulfilled every day. I come to work and I love what I do. I love my kids, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Teaching to me is it's not really a job, it's a commitment. Teaching is something that you're gonna hate it or you're gonna love it. So what I do is to choose to love it. And when I learned that by using love in your classroom, that could be your most powerful tool in your teaching craft.
I have the good fortune of having worked with the utmost of professionals who show dedication and commitment every day to students, and I learn from them all. Who I am today as a teacher is an accumulation of all the fabulous teachers I've met along my journey.
Dallas has the best teachers. We have the teachers that are making a difference. We have the teachers that are going to change lives. We're the teachers that are passionate. We're the teachers that are working with at-risk populations, emotionally disabled kids, kids with dyslexia, everything. And guess what? Those kids are succeeding at the same level as other kids because you have a gift.
Wow. Can you hear me now? Oh, well. Can you hear me? Yeah. All right. We'll keep it this way then. Educators just amaze me every day. I mean, and I see it every day in my daughter. Miss Love, are you here? Anyway, have just made a huge difference in my daughter's life. The amount of talent that's been here today, isn't it amazing? I mean, wow, the color, the culture, all the diversity, it's amazing. And it's all because of you guys putting this together. And next we have a teacher who is being nationally recognized for her amazing work in blending many, many different cultures to making beautiful music. She's the director of Conrad High School's award-winning multicultural choir. Please give a warm round of applause for April Jones Sigadi. Oh my God, she's one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Hello, DISD!
Welcome! Welcome, April. Your students love you, and I know why. And you know, I don't know you that long, but I feel like I've known you forever. You are truly a child of the world. Thank you for the beautiful music, by the way.
Well, thank you for having us. We thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
Of course, you always hear that music is a universal language, April, but I mean, that is literally true with what you've created. How'd you do it? Putting all these cultures together and just keeping it together. How'd you come up with it? How'd you do it?
Well, I can just say this. You know, when kids see that we care about them, even though, you know, we have so many cultures within our school, a lot of the kids, they feel a little isolated or whatnot when they come to the school because they're having to learn a different language or whatnot. And when they see that you are there for them and you care for them, they will do whatever it is that you ask for them to do. And I'm just telling you now, they need to know that you have passion for them. You have passion to teach, passion to care and love on them. And when they know that, they will have your back. They will do whatever it is you ask them to do. So that's it. And, you know, God has been our strength, you know. He has truly been our strength.
Absolutely.
And it takes an anointed person. It takes an anointed person to work with so many cultures, and I thank him for instilling that in me.
Well, and I would say it does take an anointing. I mean, it's hard just getting two girls in the room at the same time.
I have 5 children at home.
Now you got all these cultures and all these languages. So my question is really that: how do you manage it all? You know?
Well, I can tell you this: the languages we have a lot of language barrier. We have a big language barrier there, but we've come up with many I see mentor programs or whatnot to help our students to be able to be on the same track as other students. And I can say that we've worked so hard with teaching music, teaching English through music. And that's one of the key things that I've been doing as well, and putting some of the core subjects in that as well. So I'm having to be very creative in that. A lot of visual teaching. A lot of visual teaching with the students. You know, it is a universal language emotionally, and I do realize there are similarities and differences in the way we learn music. So when you find those similarities and those differences, and you come, you know, you come with a foundation, then they're able to relate. In that language barrier, there were times where we had rehearsals, and we had students who, you know, that were translating to the other students, and that right there is mentorship as well, you know. And it was a good noise that was being made in the class, not a bad noise. Okay, so that's very important to have. And then we had dialect issues as well. One of the things in choir is that you have to have balance. And that is a hard thing to do when we're working with people saying different vowels different ways and the use of the articulators or whatnot. So it's imperative that we find, again, all of those similarities and differences, and just stick to keeping our expectations high for them, because they will reach it no matter what. They're very, very strong-minded kids, and they're very smart kids, and we should never think that they're not smart enough to do what it is we ask them to do.
Oh, my God. Oh, they never cease to amaze me. So what is the big takeaway in your mind that you hope that the children get out of the program when they
You know, that's interesting you asked that, because that was one of the kind of questions I asked them when we were working really hard throughout the summer trying to prepare the show for you. Did you enjoy the show this morning? Those kids work diligently for you so that you will feel uplifted. And you know, I asked them, I said, well, what do you want to take from this experience? And they said, well, I want more confidence. I want to work more on my stage presence. I hope that they see that you know, it doesn't matter what diversity is in front of them or what culture is in front of them. As long as we work together, we can succeed.
See, that's what I was talking about, the glue. See? That's what you do. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and I know you have a true answer to this because we've talked before, but how has this left its mark on you?
Maria, you're trying to make me cry here. I can say that they have pushed me, you know, and inspired me to find out more about culturalistic music and get it out to the world, exhibit it to the world. And one of the things that we do at our school, and we're going on the 5th annual year, that is the Multicultural Global Festival that happens every year. And it opens doors to all the community or whatnot. And it started with just a small dream. How can I get the community together? How can I get our faculty, staff, and students together? How can I, you know, just get all the Metroplex together, and one of the key things is through music. But in me, their sound never leaves me. Their expressions never leave me. When they accomplish so many things and they didn't think that they could accomplish them, those things resonate in me and it stays within me, and those are the conversations I have with my God and say, thank you for this odyssey. Thank you for this journey.
I know I made you cry.
Yes.
But you know, you probably do that often anyway. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much, April. April Jones-Sagatti. We're gonna hear more. We are going to hear more from her choir in a little while. We're not done with her yet. Just, I mean, do you feel pumped for the next school year? Yes. Okay, is that the students or the teachers? Students, one more time. Are we pumped for the school year? Educators, are we ready? Are we ready? I don't know a better thing that one can do with their life than this. I honestly don't. And I have never been a teacher, or I say that. But teachers come from so many different aspects in society and walks of life, and I've had my share of mentoring programs. And there's no better experience than the one you get when you make a difference in someone's life. But moving along with the program, we got some more surprises for you today. Yes, we do. Please welcome one of Dallas ISD's past students who's gone on to leave his mark as an educator, our very own interim superintendent, Michael Hinojosa. I think, are we going to see a montage? Yes. Let's watch him a little bit on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Hinojosa.
Good morning, Dallas ISD. Hey. No, I'm not going to dance. So, I know you're disappointed, but I'm not going to dance. Welcome to this school year. We're excited to have you all here. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the board members. We have Mr. Eric Cowan, our board president. Eric, stand up and take a bow. The first vice president, I told him when I was a teacher I looked like him. See what happens. Mr. Miguel Solis, first vice president. Miss Bernadette Nuttall. And since we're all over this city, we have Miss Joyce Foreman at Halsey with her feeder pattern. And in the great state of Seagoville, Nancy Bingham is with her team there. Let's thank them for being here. Thank you so much. I also want to thank Scott and April for what they do. It is phenomenal what teachers do, and thank you for that. But not just them, let's give them another round of applause. I'm back. Okay, cool. Okay, I left in June of 2011, and if you've been hired since June of 2011, if you're new to the district since I left, please stand up. Please stand up if you're new to the district since 2011. I love you. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, thank you very much. If you've been with us since before that, if you've been with us since I was here last time, let's stand up. Let's give you a round of applause. Hey, baby, had a baby. I love you, man. That's awesome. See now the board, they just saw, you guys gave me a standing ovation, so they got to love me now. Do whatever it takes to get a standing ovation. So, I've been back for 54 days. And my greatest accomplishment is that I'm still the interim superintendent. These jobs are hazardous. And so one time my wife asked me, why in the world do you want to be a superintendent? And I told her, I said, babe, because I want to be the boss somewhere, and I'm not the boss at home. And after 21 years, I figured out I'm still not the boss of anything. You're my bosses. I believe that the board is the top of the triangle, the community and the staff, and I work for you. And so hopefully I'll prove that to you. So how did this happen? Well, I was at home, fat, dumb, and happy. And Mr. Cowan called me and asked me to come talk to the board. And now I'm back, and I'm fat. I'm still fat dumb, but I'm happier because I'm back with you. And so when I came and met with the board, it was a cold, rainy night. No, it wasn't. It was a hot, steamy day in Texas. And during my interview, the lights go off. It was the night the lights went out in, not Georgia, Texas. It was weird. And they hired me anyway. That's because they couldn't see me. So, you know, I applied for a job at Bowd Story as an assistant principal. I couldn't even get an interview. Not this time, a long time ago, back in 19 something. I only got interviewed for only administrative job I ever got interviewed for Dallas was superintendent. And I got the job twice. How about that? So how did this happen? When the board called me in, I said, look, I love this city. I love this district. Anything I can do to help. Let me tell you why I love this city and love this district. Because you left a mark on me and you left a mark on my family. And when my wife and I were talking about it, she said, they want me to go talk to them, babe. What do you think? I said, babe, we've been all over the state. We've been all over. I've been a teacher. I've been a coach. I've been all over the state. I've got the chance to go to Georgia. I was superintendent in Dallas for 6 years, and they want to talk to me. In your wildest dreams, did you ever think we'd be sitting here? And you know what she said? She said, babe, I hate to tell you this, you're not in my wildest dreams. That's why I had to go back to work. You got to have a little humility, and she knows how to humble me. You know, some people like to beat up on teachers. I don't. I love teachers so much, I married 2 of them. Hey, I'm from Mexico, not Utah. At separate times, okay? It's all good. It's all good. Don't be checking it out. It's all legal. I got it right the second time. But if you're married to a teacher, you get humbled in a hurry, if you know what I'm talking about. But let me tell you why I love this district. All 3 of my boys went to school in Dallas. My oldest son, Alex, went to Rosemont. You ever heard of that? That was in the media somewhere. He went to Rosemont. He went off. He graduated from Texas Tech in 3 years, and he's a vice president, a big job in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm very proud of him. My oldest 2 sons, my youngest 2 sons, Michael and Taylor, they went to Franklin and Hillcrest. One went to Harvard, one went to Princeton, and they both have great jobs right now. So this job left a mark on them. You may have had a big impact on them. You probably think I'm kind of smart because they went to Harvard and Princeton, huh? Nuh-uh, married up. You got to know when. Marry somebody smarter than you. You surround yourself with smart people. That's what you do in this business. It's not about me. You hire people smarter than you. The cabinet is a lot smarter than me. That's why I love working with them. So, what was my leadership story, my journey? I'm an immigrant. I was born in Mexico. I'm very proud to be an immigrant. And when I show them my American Express card, they don't ask for the other green card. It's all good. It's all good. We moved to Lubbock, Texas when I was real young. Then we moved to Dallas in that picture. Thomas Edison. Believe it or not, Thomas Edison was a K-8 back then. And I found this weekend a letter that my teacher wrote when I was in 2nd grade. And this was an actual letter where this teacher wrote about me to my dad. My parents have passed away. We lived in the projects in West Dallas. We had to move out because they tore them down. But we got to Oak Cliff as fast as we could. Oak Cliff! I went to Reagan Elementary School, and then the federal government said we got to integrate the schools. Separate but separate is not equal. So they integrated the schools in 1971. 1971 in August, I was told that I was going from, because in 8th grade I was at Adamson High School. In 9th grade I went back to Griner Middle School. It's not what happens to you, it's how you react and how you respond. I've learned that a long time ago. But the first time I was in this facility was 1971 when Griner lost to Spence in the city championship for basketball. I learned how to hoop. So then I go to high school. I think I'm going back to Adamson. We moved across the street from the park. So now I go to Sunset. This is actually my Lincoln Tigers tie. This is not my Sunset tie. So I go to Sunset High School. I'm having a great time in high school. I graduated 40 years ago, and it was the 50th year of Sunset. So that school's been in existence for 90 years, and some people are complaining about the old building they got right now. 90 years. So my senior year, I'm aimlessly walking the halls of Sunset High School, not knowing what I'm going to do next, and a teacher pulls me in. A teacher! And says, "Come here." And she did like this. I knew what that meant because my mama said. So I came in and she said, "Look, I want you to apply for a scholarship for Future Teachers of America." And I did. It got me $500. You know what that bought me? Not much. No, she left a mark. She bought me a dream that she thought I could be an educator. Fast forward, I go to Texas Tech, come right back. I teach at middle school, Stockard 1 year, and I said, "Get me out. I can't handle middle school." You got to know what you're good at and what you're not. I was not good at middle school. I taught at Adamson for 7 years and met a lot of great people and coached there. And people helped me move forward. People encouraged me. Teachers and principals. Tony Pedraza encouraged me to go get my master's degree. So then my career just kind of took off from there. But people always had an impact on what we're doing. So when the board interviewed, they asked me, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I don't know. I'm just glad to be here." No, I said, "You got to believe in the power of 10. 9 of them and me. That's 10. We're together." Okay? And I said, "I'll be here for 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years, however long you need me to get this district going where you want it to go." And so they asked me to come in and step in. Well, and I made the 10 days. I'm coming up on the 10 weeks, and I asked 100 people 10 questions. And next week, I'm going to report to the board what I heard when I listened to 100 people and I asked them 10 questions about where we are right now. And I'm ready to report that to the board next week, and you'll be hearing a little bit about that. So I am vested in this community. I love what's going on here. I'm also excited about a lot of the initiatives, and they're not going away. Who can be against early childhood initiatives, early childhood education? Oh my God. If we can get them school ready, if they can help us get them school ready, we can get them college and career ready, no problem. That's important. I'm a big fan of the initiatives on career and tech. I'm not saying career and technical or career and technology, because it's career and tech, because we need to live it open-ended, because kids need to have that choice. We need to build them with the capacity and the ability to do what they feel is best for them. And speaking of choice, right now, the only people who have choice in our district are the parents of agency. I think my oldest son is just as smart as my 2 youngest sons, but I became a parent of agency. And that's how I was able to get them in the Ivy Leagues when my youngest son was just as smart. I didn't know what I know then. I didn't know that now. You got to figure that out. So I'm a big fan of open enrollment, school choice activities that we're going to go for. And I've heard something about the alphabet, something called TEI. Some of you heard something like that? It's not going away. But let me tell you, it's good stuff. But I've also learned the cabinet has stepped up and they've proposed to me and I really was convinced after I've heard Scott, demonstration of learning. The team's gonna come back and we're gonna modify the DOLs to give you some help. Stop already! We're going to have teacher voice, but hey, I was going to give you 2 more things, but you got so rowdy, I forgot what the other 2 were. Calma, con calma. Yeah, I see you. My time's almost up, I got to go. But I'm going to ask people to be reasonable. I want you to be a professional. And I want you to compromise with me. I want the doors to be open. But occasionally you might have to close it. But please, let us have the ability to look in and see things. But I'll work with you on that a little bit. So that's coming as well. And also for next year, if I'm still here, I'll work with you about considering maybe having a week off at Thanksgiving, but that's next year. Okay, cool. Okay, I got to get control. I've lost control. Okay, hold on, listen. All right, now. Thank you. Couple of things. Okay, stop. I got to go on with this because we're out of time. All right, but let me tell you this also. I'll be making my Wednesday visits, and people want to know, why do you go to come to schools on Wednesdays? Because Wednesday is hump day. And I want to see you at your best. And so I'm not going to come in your classroom, but other people are going to do that, but I'm going to come see you at your best on Wednesday. So also, we talk about the kids. And sometimes we have students that leave their mark on us. And for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been coaching national superintendents. I'm the teacher for the American Association of School Administrators. I'm a teacher for the American Association of Latino Administrators and Superintendents. And I coach and teach superintendents all over the country. And every time I meet one of them, they start talking to me and they say, oh, yeah. But they're not talking about me. They say, you know what? Back in 2008, you had this kid that you introduced at a convocation, and this kid we show his video every year at our convocation. And he was a little 5th grader from Charles Rice. And they asked me, where is that kid now? And I'm always...
You doing the same?
Look at that! How amazing! Let me tell you this. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, the one and only senior at Barack Obama Leadership High School, Dalton Sherman.
Hello. How's everybody doing? That's good. Do you believe in me? It was 7 years ago that I stood before you and asked that very question. Well, I'm back to let you know how your belief has sent me places most 10-year-olds never even dream about. Your belief enabled me to meet some incredible people and achieve some pretty amazing things. Let's take a look.
I believe in me. Do you believe in me? Thank you.
He took Dallas by storm, and today he took his message worldwide.
What do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a news reporter and maybe sometime sooner or later be the next Obama.
You want to be the next Obama? I don't know why that doesn't surprise me, but you have that presence that you look like you would like to be president someday.
God, you remind me so much of myself. I was a speaker, did you know that? I was doing this when I was like 3 and 5 and 7, and I wanted to be a news reporter. Good luck. I think you're on the way. You're on the right path.
Can I get a amen?
Never lose your joy. Never lose the drive that wakes you up every single morning. We need to tackle our classwork like we tackle each other on the football field.
Do you believe in me? Because I believe in me. And you've helped me get to where I am today. Thank you.
Now, what they forgot to mention in that video is that I've gotten a lot taller since then, okay? I mean, a lot. But no, really, this has been an awesome journey. But let me ask a question. Do you believe in all of the students in the Dallas ISD? I know you believe that regardless of where we come from, you know, places like, give me 1 second, sunny South Dallas, Pleasant Grove, Oak Cliff, or North Dallas, or West Dallas. That we will eventually go and succeed in areas some will never conceive possible. Places that people don't expect for us to reach. But let me ask another question. Do you believe that we have a graduate working in the White House? We do. Or that a student from South Dallas who attended Conrad High School can be accepted into Harvard. We do. Or that we have not 6, but 7. 7, ladies and gentlemen. 7 Gates Scholars. Dallas ISD is cutting up, man. Am I right? Can I get an amen? Now this is truly amazing. Do you believe that a former student raised by a single mother whose house burned down not once, but twice while she was in high school, is now graduating from medical school? Yes. You can clap for that. We do. Now, how did all these things happen? You believed in them. You believed in them when they did not know what they could accomplish. You believed in them when the going got tough. You believed in them because that's just what you do. Dallas ISD, since this will be my senior year at the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy, shout out to all the Barack Obamians that are watching. Do you believe in our younger generation of students? Do you? Okay, all right, let me ask that question again. I said, do you believe in our younger generation of students? Well, let me introduce you to Miss Etana King. Former student. She's a former student from John Neely Bryan Elementary and this year's winner of the Gardere MLK Jr. Oratory Competition. Take it away, Tana.
Good morning, Dallas ISD. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that every single one of us can graduate ready for college and the workplace? Well, I hope you do, because next week we're all showing up in your schools. All 160,000 of us. And what we need from you is to believe that each of us can reach our highest potential. Every job is important in this school district. Whether you're a counselor, a librarian, a teacher's assistant, office staff, a cafeteria worker, or you simply keep our schools clean. Whether you're a teacher or an administrator, each of you leave your mark on us in ways that you'll never know. Words you say to us, things you do for us, have the power to be remembered and will affect our lives down the road. I have personally seen just how powerful your words and actions can be. All 7 of my brothers and sisters have already graduated or are currently attending Dallas ISD schools. My siblings, along with your students, are proof that your belief in every student helps each of us reach our potential. So, what will your mark be on students this year? And what are you going to do to help them succeed? It all starts next week And I can't wait to begin 6th grade at Irma Rangel Young Women's Leadership School.
Thank you, Itana. Well, Dallas ISD, it's time to make your mark. Never lose the drive that wakes you up every single morning, ready to touch the minds and the lives of your students.
Make your mark.
Never lose the passion to inspire those like me and Itana, who will one day become the attorneys, senators, doctors, and presidents.
Make your mark.
Never lose the belief that what you are doing is making a difference in so many lives. Keep making your mark, Dallas ISD. You are changing the world, one day and one student at a time. On behalf of all the students in the Dallas ISD, we would like to thank you for your dedication and your support. Do you believe in us? Because belief like that
can
and will change the world. Make your mark, Dallas ISD, and have a great school year. Thank you.
There's always that one person, that one coach, or that one cafeteria lady who smiled at us, the janitor that made a difference.
Teachers, principals, counselors, nobody gave up on me.
You lit my fuse.
Because my education started with you.
You left your mark on me.
You left your mark.
You left your mark.
You left your mark.
You left your mark on me.
You left your mark.
You made all this happen.
You built this.
You left
your mark
on me.
You left your mark.
Is this the end or only the beginning? The second chance you never thought you'd get. The question is, will you do something with it or spend your days lost in your regrets? This is the story of your life, and you decide how the rest is gonna read. This is your chance between the lines to redefine what kind of legacy you leave. This is the story of your life. It is a story worth telling. Yeah, yeah. It's worth telling. Oh, of your life, yeah. Breathing deep, feel your heart still beating. Let's proceed. The reason you're alive. Oh, you are here, and love is up to something. So take your fears and leave. leave them all behind. This is the story of your life. You decide how the rest is gonna read. This is your chance between the lines to redefine the kind of legacy you leave. And this is the joy, and this is the pain, and all the pages in between. Your finest hour, your weakest moment, is where you've been, it's where you are, it's where you're going. This is the story of your life. You decide how the rest is gonna read. This is your chance between the lines to redefine the kind of legacy you leave. This is the story of your life. Go tell the story of your life. It is a story worth telling. It's worth telling.